Hi, and welcome to Santos Academy. Third degree black belt at the Riga Machado. I'm here today with my friend Josko from Croatia. I'm going to demonstrate some techniques of self-defense from the top on the half guard position. Start. Half guard position, that position where I get on top of my opponent, but he control my leg with his both leg. Avoid me to get on the side control on the mount position. Alright? Now, when I get here on the side, I'm gonna start a little bit weight on, but I wanna work submissions. But a lot of the time he's gonna be blocking or try grab with me or try strike me back. The thing I like to do in a real situation, start fighting here, striking him from here, like this. Come with the punch, with my forearm on his neck, bring it up right there. In case if he start blocking his hand right there, he block his face, I push some on the side, then I get right here, over his arm, and control his head, like doing the cross face control, alright? I can know right here, is enough. Just start beating in the ribs, beat there. His face, even going to here with the elbow on his thigh. The same thing I can do with the elbow on his face. Alright? That's the few ways I like to soften up my opponent. In case if I end this position right here, I have to punch, come with the elbow, with the elbow right here, soften up. Because every time I'm here and right here, as he gonna try and block my hand, he's gonna leave his hand face open. I want to come right here, that punch right there. Then he blocks there on my face right there. I go on the leg. He blocks right here. I go on the face. Always confusing him, making him feel the pain in different places. What I like the most here is when they blocks right here. I push his arm across his neck and I drive this arm, my weight above his elbow and getting the cross face, holding tight, hand up to his shoulder. Just here alone, it's very uncomfortable. From here I can keep working my strikes. Depending the situation and the fight he done to me, he's gonna pay the price. You know, it's a different being a bar fight, but it's different the guys coming to my house to try to screw up with my family, right? Another thing I can do for him too, working a choke, a neck crank right here. It's a good submission to add after you strike here a couple times. Or a few times you come right here, you choke here for this position. You can also do a neck crank right there. Alright, all this position we're doing, of course, in sports jiu-jitsu is illegal, but in a real fight, that's you have to do what you have to do. Doesn't matter what cost you're gonna have. With the elbow. After finishing up, you can squeeze here, neck crank, choke, alright? That's what base I'll show you from the when you got it on the top and half guard, what you should do before you get the submission. You soften up a little bit of the strikes and go to the next position. Now start right now the next technique. My opponent already is gonna be down. As I walk around, try to grapple with him to get him to submit. As I walk around right now, he control my neck with the half guard. He tries to block me here, he control my neck, I don't move my leg, he control my leg with both legs. I'm gonna push on his neck right there to keep him flat on the ground. As he block my arm right here, I'll come higher right here and go over his head with the elbow and go right into the clinch. Get the cross face, get the clinch right here. See, I start striking, start bringing him up, softening him up a little bit. He blocks right there, his face right here, it's blocked right there. I go under hook, hold his wrist right here. As I hold his wrist right now, I'm gonna push his wrist against his collarbone, as tight as I can. Don't leave no space to escape his arm. As I push down here by his collarbone, I'm gonna switch my head on the other side of his arm. Now, as I control and squeeze right here, I'll lock, I squeeze my knees together, cross my feet, right? To control his leg, because now I want him to stay here with me in the same position. Now, as I get here now, I'm gonna lightly push his elbow, try to put his hand behind, next to his armpit. like this. Look how before he's already tapping. In reality, in a real fight, if I come this far right here, his arm is gonna beat off the side. He'll break his shoulder. No way out. As I keep here, control, push right there, he'll feel the, let's see, like he's typing right now. As I go this far, he's gonna get hurt. I'm going one motion right there. Alright, but because right now for the demonstration, I'm going in slow motion right here so you guys can see how far I go over his arm. Okay, let's go back again. Come right here in a real fight, kicking the guy. I want to come and grab both hands. I come close, he didn't have guard, he blocks me right there. I push in the neck right here, right? I start elbow, punch. Push the face right there. If it's possible, tune his nose. Back in the neck right here. The elbow hitting the thigh. He's feeling the pain right there. I can go back right away with that. My elbow on his face. From here on, I switch right away and cross face. Another thing I like to do from this position, beside the fist, punches, strikes right here, I like to use my open hand. The palm of my hand being open, when I hit on his ear, create a big pressure in his eardrum. You know, mixing up his balance, and he'll be like dizzy, you know, getting him totally off control what's going on. This is very powerful strike. Put your hand like this. I'm gonna simulate the strike, see how hard it's gonna be if I'm doing above his, on top of his hand, like that, right there like this. With the pressure in his neck, come right here, is in the ear, is not a joke. It's gonna be worse than getting punched in the face. Right? And he put the hands right there to block and defend. I'm gonna reach and clench and hold as tight as I can. His wrist to his collarbone like this. Keep my whole weight on. Alright? As I get here now, controlling, he's already feeling pressure, but not able to stretch his arm. I switch my head to the side. I control on the wrist like that. As I push his arm across like this, he'll feel a lot of pressure. His arm going, you know, his whole shoulder turning to this direction, like a compass. Try to put his hand behind his armpit. Some people may be able to go far, but not far enough to get the hand under the armpit. By then, the shoulders might be dislocated. Alright? Here again, bang. Another position I like to do is sometimes I'm finding him, he blocks right there. As I come in to hold his wrist, he stretches his arm. If I stretch his arm, I keep a control right here. I pull my weight on my shoulder over his arm, on the triceps, and the same time here, I switch my arm over his head, elbow in the face, and go right up, put my elbow on the ground, go right away to the figure 4 submission. Right? Going like this. Right there. No transition, other transition I have from here. Fighting here, bang, block right here, fights there, hand right there out. Come with the elbows. I come right here, sometimes he can be strong, he pull my elbow again and he stretch his arm. And he stretch his arm, I go like this. I keep my forearm under his elbow. My hand be grabbing on his wrist. And my hand will be grabbing my own wrist right here. From here, it's like having a straight arm bar, but I'm going to use my own arms to lock his arm like this. You can see right here. It's just going to work well if I have my forearm under his elbow. Because if I grab high to the wrist, it's nothing. It's going to be happening. You'll be able to bend his arm and get out, and escape. For that to work, I'll keep my hands on the wrist, falling up from the figure 4, his stretch right there. I slide my elbow forward for him and keep the lock in my forearm under his elbow. Right there. Thank you very much to watch our video. Hope it will be helpful for you. If you guys would like to learn some more jiu-jitsu, welcome to nybjj.com. Mark Santos Academy. Live life better.